Here comes Christina also. Good. So, yes. So, simple question, and not question, but understanding all our actions, thoughts, speech, effort since birth is to get peace and happiness, is to increase peace and happiness, isn't it? We do not think, we do not act without motivation or intention of getting peace and happiness. Am I right? All our actions, efforts since birth is to get happiness or to increase peace and happiness. That is our intention, motivation, our goal, effort, actions throughout our life aims at more peace and happiness. Take an example, we become happy. We become happy getting a job. We get the paycheck every week, but we do not get peace and happiness. That needs to be understood. Getting paycheck is not equal to peace and happiness. Am I right? We married, but you can complete the sentence. We bought a home, phone, gadgets, car, we went on vacation, but buying a home, getting a phone, gadget in a car is not equal to peace and happiness. Am I right? No, if I'm right, if I'm not right, you interfere. So, home is standing before us and other things we have, but we did not get that peace and happiness, love and the wisdom that we have been dreaming since our birth. Am I right? Now, even if I'm not right, say I'm right. So that will be. You see that we spend hundreds and thousands for pleasure. We can say that we got a little bit pleasure. I'm not denying, no doubt about it. But what is the end result? Did we get peace and happiness that we have been looking for? No doubt. We have a lot of money. We say, no, at least, I'm happy. I got some stability. But stability is not equal to peace and happiness. Do you see that? This is the journey of the Eastern wisdom. We cannot free ourselves from worries, fear, duality, conflict, and confusion. Am I right? Say I'm right. Even if you don't agree. So it is. You see, many people say to me they were, oh, I have enough. So then why you have come to me? No, I say it silently because they should continue. That is how I maintain my livelihood. So, so what we get here, we live continuously with some kind of a fear, worries, duality, conflict, confusion, whether we are young, middle aged, old. Now you attend this session for an hour, at least you are not worried. Do you see? For so many weeks and months and years, here you are not spending too much. So you are not too much worried. No, you see the fact. If worried, and in this 1 hour, you find, oh, there is a fine, relax and calm. Now ask yourself whose happiness it is. Do you feel a little bit of calm and relax? And, Ashok has been saying it. Now I feel better. In 1 hour. So from where we get that happiness? And whose happiness it is? Two questions. From where we get happiness and whose happiness? You meditate, whose happiness and peace it is? So I told my master one day that, yes, thank you, master. I said after meditation, you give me this peace and happiness. He said, no, the peace and happiness was revealed from within. Only the seeker continues the journey. So what is the conclusion? I'm taking up this principle. I was contemplating yesterday and I said, what should be the next topic? And there is a great master who lived almost 4,000 years ago. His name is Vidur. So he explained to his students, and that is what I am explaining in my own words. Now come to the main point. Peace and happiness are not the properties of any object, any person, any event, any condition, any situation. If it is the property, say for example, what is the property of sugar? You know it. Does it change? Does not change. So peace and happiness are not the properties of anyone in the world, including honey, money, home, phone. Do you see that? Rich, with KC, he once he knew 2-3 years ago now, that I eat the hottest chili. So he bought it from Amazon and it has got some 60,000 bits. It is known as the hottest. So I ate everything. But now I have left completely. But when I left it completely, it does not mean the chili is not hot. It is the property. We are trying to find out peace and properties. If it is a property, peace and happiness, if they are the property of any object, person, event, condition, situation, then there is no problem. We will grab that object. We will try to grab that object and we'll be happy. But there is no object. There is no person. There is no event. There is no condition in this world, including the vacation, including the space and the time. Peace and happiness are not the properties of any of these. Go back to the beginning. We have been making all our efforts in our life to get peace and happiness, to increase peace and happiness in our life. We do not get this peace and happiness in anything in the world that we imagine, that we have dreamed. Am I right? Say I'm right. So, I'm not right, then you can say no. So, when the peace and happiness are not the properties of any object, person, event, and I'm searching it in the object, peace, and happiness, this is what the delusion is. This is the delusion working in my mind. Then what is the fact? Peace and happiness are my essential nature. Am I right? You see that peace and happiness are our essential nature, and that we encounter in learning these principles by practice of meditation. And once you reach to the state of realization that this peace and happiness is living, I'm living in peace and happiness, I'm thinking in peace and happiness, I'm acting in peace and happiness, that is what the awakening, that is what the realization. Now see, all peace and happiness belongs to the real self. You like pasta, so and you no pasta gives me happiness. No. Pasta outside creates a condition to reveal that happiness which is present in you. It is not in pasta. It is not in coffee. It is not in honey. It is not in money. It is not in house. It is not in space. It is not in time. It is within you. That is revealed. Am I right? There is nothing that can give me happiness in the world. But it does not mean that so let me leave my home, leave all the money. When you leave all the money, give it to me. Yeah. You see that? All peace and happiness belongs to the real self. It does not belong to the food, doing any effort in earning wealth, having a fixed deposit, buying bitcoins. I heard from my son, who is I said, guide me. That is the journey of self-discovery. Now this master is so tough, and he guided his students. He says further, he goes further. He says, what is in me is also in the universe. Means, did you create happiness? Did you produce happiness? You don't live in peace and happiness, but we did not produce peace and happiness, love and wisdom in our world. It is already there in the existence, isn't it? It is in the existence. Air is in the existence. We did not create it. I heard about a scientist who created a baby, and he went to the God. He said, you see, I'm a scientist. Here is a baby. So God asked him, what are the raw materials you used? No, I used your raw materials. So first create the raw material. Then think of that you have created a baby. Did you understand that? In the existence, this peace, happiness, love, and wisdom is ever present. We don't see because we are in delusion. We are confused. We are searching where it is not. We have a newcomer, Anastasia from Eastern Europe. So, we get lot of things. So, it is in the existence. And what is that existence? That existence is consciousness. And what is that consciousness? That consciousness is the real self within all of us. And discovery and realization of that real self is the journey. So when you say happy Christmas, the Christmas always remains happy. Are you happy or not? That is the main thing. You should. Now we have started saying, I went to Barcelona, I think, 4 years ago. And, I developed the attitude, hey, how are you? That's our American attitude. Well, and you see any stranger. So my friend, who is Maria there in Barcelona, no, why don't you say this? We take it as very negative. Don't start teasing everyone. Happy Christmas is always there, but question is, are we happy? Now opening up, we are going deeper and deeper. Every hour, twice or thrice a week, who are attending these sessions, my master gave me a beautiful tip. He said, you have heard me? Yes. You love me? Yes. You respect me? Yes. You did the practice of meditation? Yes. You enjoyed? Yes. What is your last thought in the mind after the session? That will make you the highest level of a seeker or a non-seeker. Then you do a lot of contemplation. No, everyone does it. No comparison. So if I live into that particular thought, that peace and happiness are within me, I do not allow any other thought to enter into my mind, in my thought, in my speech, in my action. I am a seeker. I am the highest level of a seeker. Otherwise, the small I that we discussed last time. Do you remember small I? Small I always loves prayers. Small I always loves to live in delusion. Oh, you were soulmate 5 years ago, but now I don't see that. Now the time has come, our American attitude. Now let us discuss. Separate. Small I. Soulmate, small I. You had a crush at first sight, small I. That is why you are crushed. Small I. Small I always wants to live in prayers. It wants to see this object, this person, this event, this home, this job will definitely contains peace and happiness where it is not. But the big I lives in Shreyas. How easy it is for the intellect to know and understand, but how difficult it is to apply. Yeah. I'm going to celebrate Christmas, so I thought better, why it is difficult. Small I returns. No, everything is okay. What you say is okay. Peace and happiness within me is okay. But why, my honey? Why this situation? Why? Go on, why? You will not find an answer. Because this why is being dictated by the small I. Are you getting it? Yes, you are getting it. Yeah. So even if you don't get it, simple question. I always ask, do I know peace is good? Yes, I know it. Do I know that this peace and happiness are not the property of any object, situation, thing, event outside? Yes, I know it. What is left is me. Can I move the mind within me? Can I live from inside to outside? Can I live from inside to outside? Is what is the journey of happy Christmas or happy self respect. So, what is that question? Last question that we did it. It is easy for the intellect to know and understand, but how difficult it is to apply. What should we do? Do you have an answer? What should we do? What you do if you don't know the driving? Rules are already set. Car is ready, steering is there, four wheels, engine, key. You follow certain rules. So that is what the Eastern wisdom says. Let us follow simple rules. When we apply these rules in our life, rules for what? Rules to destroy the small I. Because peace and happiness are already within me. Did you understand that? But if you apply the rules to get peace and happiness, the mind will run after this world of people, objects. So what is our rule? To apply. Huh? Rules to apply for what we do not want in our life. Not for what we want. It is already there within me. Am I right? We are going deeper now in every session. Do you want to live in frustration, fear, hesitation, anger, duality, fear, conflict? No. So I do not want this. So what rule to apply? What rules to apply? What rules to apply to destroy the small I? Alasasya kuto vidya, avidyasya kuto dhanam, adhanasya kuto mitram, amitrasya kutah sukham. I taught this to 13-year-old girl, Nuta, and she changed completely after 3 and 4 weeks. What is the meaning? Alasasya kuto vidya. Laziness will never get the knowledge. Laziness here means emotional dependence, delusion, and the sorrow, the small I. If I am not ready to leave this small I, no knowledge. You will listen to it, you will say, oh, this weird guy is good, everything is good, but I am not good. So I should be ready to remove this emotional dependence, delusion, and the sorrow. So the first line. Laziness, no knowledge. No knowledge, no inner wealth. Avidasya kuto dhanam. Then my mind will not go inside. If there is no knowledge, means no understanding, I do not carry that understanding in my daily life. Oh, what a great meditation. You gave a great meditation. And then he met me last week. You see that what happened after the meditation. I had a fight with my honey and I was disturbed. What was your last thought? What does he laugh? I said, what should I do then? Rules to apply. No laziness, no knowledge. No knowledge, no inner wealth. What is that inner wealth of humility? Capacity to observe my own mind, analyze my own mind, respond, not react. So no inner wealth, no friends. What is that friend means? No inner wealth. Friends here means my mindset. I have changed that mindset that causes the small I. I have set up the mind. Mind has become my friend. And no friends, no happiness. Only unhappiness, only dissatisfaction, only fear, only insecurity. This is the meaning of this verse. So in every session, I asked this 13-year-old girl, I said, were you lazy when you got up in the morning? Oh, yes, today I got lazy, but I remembered what you told me. No laziness, no knowledge. And I said to my mom, I'm sorry. She is doing the schooling at home. So they found me, and so he is learning. And how many? She is learning 2 hours every day. You get bored only in 1 hour. I have a lot of things to do. So all these rules should be applied in life for what we do not want, not for what we want. In the world, we apply the rules for what we want. We want money. We want home. We want to buy home. That a lot of people do not understand this. So if you do not understand this particular principle, then you'll be guided and dictated by hallucinative, imaginative meditation. Then the life will continue in frustration. Kundalini. I'm not criticizing, but the way the Kundalini is practiced, it has a lot of imagination. No. It is something like, do you want an intruder in your house at night? No. There is a prevention by security camera and stuffs, you know. Do you want any accident while driving? No. So I follow the rules. Do you want indigestion? No. Rules to eat, kind of food. So our focus should be rules to apply what we do not want in our life. I looked at you, you knocked the door, you come to my house, you had a big full face. What I do not want. I do not want to have the same big face which you have. What we normally do? Honey, why you are upset? Did I say anything to you? You have to live our life. Understand that. Do you want to listen to me in peace and calm? What are the thoughts coming to your mind? Now we have started going deeper. That is what is all about, the journey of life. It demands a discipline, this rules to follow until we discover our nature. And this discipline is known as austerity. This is known as penance, not going to the Himalayas. Not realizing blue color. I saw the blue color. I realized I was communicating with the God in my meditation. So why you have come to me? I have a lot of stress. That is what, one guy told me in New Jersey. No, I daily communicate with one God. I'm not naming that God, which you can easily understand. We are going to celebrate already, it is approaching. I said, why don't you talk to the God to get rid of the stress? That is the biggest problem. No hallucinations. No hallucinations should be there. Very clear. Very clear. If you do not follow the rule, you are a non-seeker. You are not committed. No, you're not committed to me. You're not committed to yourself. Be very clear. Otherwise, the small I will say, why the hell I should be committed to you? No, you need not. Commit to yourself. That is why we have to follow certain simple. Otherwise, this small I will continue to live in us with the desire, projection, me word, emotional dependence, sorrow and the suffering, and the delusion. Lot of things to talk about it that we will take up next time. So let us start our journey. As we are doing a practice even by listening, so we will continue to do the practice now. Eyes are closed and